Hello, Capricorn. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. Ellen Dugan's name's at the top. And it's illustrated by Mark Evans. That's their name at the bottom. Supportive Oracle cards. Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. I know Stacy has other decks. I think Ellen does too. I'm not very familiar with Mark's name, so if you like the illustrations or the artwork or what you're looking at, search out those names and maybe you can find other stuff by them. If you'd like, of course, obviously. Oh, that's a very interesting outcome. I am really kind of... One thing, like, when Capricorn makes up their mind, then that's that. When that's that, then that is that. And I'm thinking we're heading towards something like that. Starting off, see, I think something is going wrong here. Like, something isn't going to go right, but I'm kind of like, I feel your energy kind of like, well, you know what? I'm not surprised and I'm not going to tolerate it. And you just keep going forward. I think that's what this is going to be. Because you don't seem upset by it, really. You're just kind of like, well, if that's what you're going to do, then I'm going to do this. And you just go do what you got to do. You've got the Three of Cups with the Page of Cups going into it. Now, at this point in the game, for a lot of you, I feel like this is probably going to be work. But, you know, it could be family. It could be any other type of situation. It's a general read. But you're doing fairly well with whoever else this is. I feel like it's a person for most of you. It's like whoever you're dealing with, you're on good terms, you're getting along. How do I put this? It's kind of like, I kind of like think of it like peas and corn. That you're getting along with them like peas and corn. In the sense of like, it's good, but it's not like, I'm not like falling all over myself about it. So if you think of a vegetable that you're like, it's okay, but I don't get excited about it. If it's there, I'll eat it. If it's not, I don't care. It's kind of like that. Like, yeah, well, it's there, it's fine. No problem. We're not arguing. I can get along with them. We can work together copacetically. But if they're not here, I'm just as good. It's fine. Either way. So that's the energy I'm starting with it. Like, it's cool. It's all good, but, you know, if they're not there, just as good, just as cool. Now, are you telling this to them? No, I don't think so. Because I'm like, a Capricorn, if you have something to say, usually it's like there's a build-up, but if you need to say something, you'll say something. At least that's what I've noticed. Like, if you have something itching at your brain and, like, this needs to be said, and it sits there long enough, you will say it. But I'm not getting you need to say anything, but I'm noticing the unexpected here in the environment. What is the unexpected? Like, the energy that you're dealing with, I feel like they like you. They have the wrong impression. They have the wrong impression. It's weird because they have the right impression of who you are and how you work. They have the wrong impression that they have this type of bond with you where you're just going to stick with them through thick and thin, because it's not like that. Like, you are the type of person, when you care for somebody and you do devote yourself to a situation or a person, you do stick through that through thick and thin, because you got the staying power for that. But you have to get to that point where that commitment, that emotional commitment for you has been made. And I don't see that happening here at this point. This person may think, whatever situation they're connected with you, that you're locked in with them. That's not the case. You know what I mean? Like I just explained, you're at that point where you're like, they're there, great. They're not, just as great. Doesn't matter. So you're not committed to them in that sense. But they seem to have, that's the unexpected. They don't realize, like, they think you're more committed to this situation than you really are. Which gives you a lot of freedom. It also, like, if they're going to try something a little screwy, which I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. Because what's coming in again, or the next stage, is like, they're trying to move things forward. They want to, whatever it is that's going on with this person, however you're connected, they're taking it to the next level. They're making the next level of advancement go through here. They're trying to, you know, get more out of the situation. They're trying to pull you in. They're feeling like, all right, I'm going to take this to the next level, and I can depend on the Capricorn to help me get there, so let's do this. And they're coming into this with all this abundance, okay? They seem to feel very comfortable that you're going to help them. They're at peace in the sense of like, all right, well, I got the Capricorn on my side, so I'm good. I don't have to worry about this. They got peace. They got trust. But the trust is between the two of you. And you're looking at this person like, all right, I see what they want. See, when this happens and they're like, okay, let's take this to the next level. I see what they want. And I'm seeing how long this is going to, like, this is going to rope me in. And if I get too deep in this, I'm going to be in this for a while. And you've got the assessing kind of like, you know what? I don't think I want to. It keeps developing more on your side with the realization, like, wait a minute. They want to pull me into this situation. This is a long haul type of road. Like, if I get on this, this train, it's going to take me, you know, 5 cities away, and I don't want to do that. You're realizing, hey, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this investment. The trust on your side, the way you're honoring trust is like you're really thinking about it, and you're getting ready to come forward and tell this person, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do this. They want you to go to the next level. They're pushing it forward. They're saying, all right, are you ready? Let's go. And you're like, well, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. There's a lot of interesting energy how this comes forward, because I feel like, again, you're kind of like, they're there, great, they're not just as cool. And when they're trying to pull you forward and kind of lock you in where you're going to be stuck with them for a long time, a long period of time, which is subjective, you're like, no, I don't want to do that. Because you're looking at this in the long haul type of way, kind of like, I'm not going to start doing this now and just see how it goes, because that's not me. If I really invest in this and start doing this, I expect to get something out of it. That if I start this now, if I get deeper into this, it's going to be a while, and I don't want to do this. I mean, I don't have anything against this person, but I don't like them enough to really do that. So I'm not going to do it. Queen of Pentacles with the Balance card. They tried to push it up a notch. They tried to make it a little bit more committed. This is not what you want. So the balance is you're coming forward and saying, hey, no, I'm not going to do this. I just keep getting over and over again, no, I'm not going to do this. Like, if they think there's a way to convince you, I do not think that's the case. I think, no, because you keep looking at it long haul and you're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't like this person enough to do that. That's what I'm getting. I don't like this enough to do that. My dogs. The animals are all about your reading, by the way. They're all starting to gather, so must be something we're doing here. The other side has the World and the Four of Pentacles. They're trying to hold you into the situation. They don't want you to walk away. They don't want you to change your mind. You're not changing your mind, though. That's the thing. It's like they're viewing it, and they're trying to push this forward to you like you're changing your mind. And I don't think that's what's happening. It's not that you're changing your mind. You're just kind of like, it was all right for what it was, but now that you're trying to take it to the next level, I don't want that. I don't want that. So I'm not going to do it. And I feel like they're trying to bring it back to where it was. And it's kind of like when they tried to bring it to the next level, that kind of like pushed you into this next level in the sense of like, we were cool for the longest time doing what we were doing. Them pushing it to the next level really highlighted to you like, you know what, I think I'm done with this. I need something different. And you're getting ready to make a complete change. You're like, I'm going to move on from them completely. I'm looking to change things. I'm going to overhaul the situation and go a completely different direction without them. For some reason you're deciding, I feel like you're deciding I'm going to go on without them. This whole thing is kind of like, well, they're going to go that way and they're going to go into that long haul. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go into a whole different thing, and I'm going to leave them to do what they want to do, and I'm going to go do what I want to do. I think we're going to part ways is what I'm getting. There's a little bit of nervousness with that, but with the Six of Wands and the Page of Wands, it just seems to like once this comes forward to where they want to do things this other way, it seems to take a life of its own and just seems to slowly but surely just you both go your own ways. It's success for both of you because this really, You're not it. You're not about this. This wasn't something you wanted to really invest in. They're realizing this now, and now they get the choice to do something else. Once it starts, it doesn't stop too. I'm getting the masculine here in the sense of like, once it starts, it doesn't stop. It's just, it's on course. It's going to get done. We're going to go our separate ways. You seem to make up your mind you're going to go your separate ways, and you make that happen. You've decided, I'm going to do this, they're going to do that, and that's that. Because it's been highlighted to you, like, I don't want this. I don't want this. And I'm not going to hang around and let somebody have the impression that it's just going to happen at some point, because it's not. The void comes in the environment. Yeah, because I feel like this person is kind of like, that's it, we're done. I feel like you're done. I feel like you're done with them. And I'm seeing you move on from this. This ending part, is this ending rough? It's a weird energy here. I like that word weird a lot. I say it all the time lately. All the time. When I'm getting the growth with the Queen of Swords in the environment, especially when I see what it's connecting into, you might get like a very cranky person coming at you here. Queen of Swords says what she's thinking. She has control of her words, but this is somebody, I feel like when I'm seeing what else it's connecting to, and you'll see in a minute, they're very upset, and they're going to be very vocal about that. The growth is, they're going to figure out like what they thought was happening versus what actually happened. Where they thought they stood versus where they actually stood was different, and that they're vocalizing how they feel. Like they thought you were completely committed, and you're bringing it forward kind of like, no, I wasn't. You assumed that. You made an ass out of you and me with that. Nope, I wasn't. There might be some type of verbal something going on. I don't see it like really upsetting you, but I'm getting between the two of you, there's heartbreak. There's the Three of Swords. There's like some type of falling out. It's temporary though. I do feel like it's temporary because I don't think you're letting it get under your skin. You just don't want to. You have boundaries on your side. You're blocking them to some point. Like if they're trying to start a fight with you, you're making it very limited to where they don't have the opportunity to. So like either you're not around, or if they're sending you messages, like if they're sending you texts or an email or whatever, you're just skimming through it and you're just like, you're not even giving it a lot of thought. You're just skimming through it, see if there's anything that's important here. If it's just them blabbing off, you're just like, well, whatever. You're not even really reading it, is what I'm getting. You're just kind of skimming it. Anything that really seems important, and you're just leaving it. Boundaries here are telling me you're not engaging in this moment. You're just not engaging with it. You are moving on from it. You're leaving it alone. You're kind of like, you know what, sometimes people have moments, and I'm just going to let them have that moment. If they're saying something, I'm just not going to pay attention to them. If it's an email, I'm just not really going to read it. If it's a text, I'm just going to kind of like keep going, and they can text all they want. I'm just going to block them if they become really obnoxious. You're not investing in it. You're like, no, there's no reason for me to get that involved in this. I don't really want to put the energy into it anyway. It's kind of, yeah, I just feel like you're disengaged with it. You're just kind of like, I don't know. It's just, I don't want to deal with it. I'm just kind of like, I don't want to deal with it. But the reason I don't want to deal with it is because it's a waste of my time. It's wasting my time. It's not going anywhere. Nothing's going to change. There's no reason for me to engage with it. Like, if somebody wants to complain, that's great. I'm not going to read the messages. I'm not going to really listen to it. No, it's just wasting my time. The Four of Wands, nope, that's the Four of Swords. Now, it's weird. I'm getting like, because it did say the Four of Wands, even though it was the Four of Swords. The healing of this is just kind of like you're not letting it get to you. So they're venting out what they're thinking, and then they just kind of like, that kind of goes to the wayside, and they just stop. They realize you're not listening is what I think is happening. So you're not really holding a grudge about it. You're just kind of like, it is what it is. It's fine. The Two of Cups is something else. The Two of Cups is something else. this is why you're not letting it bother you. You already have, at this point, you already have your sights set on something else, and you're already heading towards that. So you're like, you're setting your sights on something else. I feel like that's literally why you're not letting that get under your skin. Like, I originally I thought it was just because it's a waste of your time. That's part of it. But it's kind of like, I have my sights on something else. I'm not going to waste my time on this. I have other things I'm going towards, and you got a lot better things. The Two of Cups is coming in with sovereignty, and then you have the reaction of Nine of Cups. Whatever you're heading towards, whatever the next project is, this is where you want to be. This is what you want to invest your time in. You found, so you're like, I've been wasting my time fiddle farting around with this other stuff that I don't really want. It's not like I hated it, but I didn't really love it. So I went and found something I would love, and you did. You went towards what you really wanted, and you got what you really wanted, or you're working on it. Let's say you're working on it, because I feel like that's better. Although with the Two of Cups, it looks like you're going to get what you want. I like the way you're handling this, because it's kind of like, this isn't worth my time. I don't need to be upset about this. I don't want to engage in that. I'm just going to leave it where it is. And you're centering your energy on what you actually do want and going towards what you do want. And you're investing that emotion and that energy to what you do want. This is really good because you're going to be very happy with it. I guess for a lot of you, this is just giving you confirmation that you're going the right direction, because every now and then somebody might get in your way, or like there might be like external people like saying, well, you're abandoning this, and you're like, I'm not. I was never that invested into it. This reading is probably here to just like highlight that, you know, you are doing what you should be doing. You shouldn't feel bad about where you're going with it. Because once in a while, a few of you might feel a little guilty, I'm getting. But this reading's kind of like, well, don't. Because you didn't do anything. Because you didn't do anything wrong is what I'm getting. I don't feel anything wrong going on here. I almost feel like somebody else was trying to kind of like corner you and make you do what they wanted you to do. But when you're like, oh, if you're going to try to corner me, I'm out. That was a great thing because it got you to get what you actually want. And Capricorn doesn't deal well with being cornered, I don't think. It's almost like if you try to corner a Capricorn, I just feel like you're in for it. Like, you might be surprised because they're really easy to get along with, I think, until you like corner them or you try to tell them what to do. Those are the two things that I've noticed with Capricorns. If you try to corner them, I don't do that, but I've seen other people do it. If you try to corner them or if you try to tell them what to do, I think you're asking for it. So, and I think they tried to corner you, and that was like, no, that's not going to work. Anything else with this? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.